we talked about the first 10 minutes and starting well, and we certainly never done that. So we put ourselves under pressure. But the pleasing thing was, you could see everybody had clear eyes on the field, listening to what our leaders were saying in attack and defence, and we dug ourselves out of the hole. I thought we held real good composure just before half time to score a try. The crowd maybe thought we were under a bit of pressure, and we'd blew the opportunity. We just took our time and we scored that wide in the end, and that gave us a foothold in the game, and we managed to just claw our way back into it slowly and steadily, and get in front, and then our defence won us the game in the end.
You seem very fired up. I know you're always fired up, but you really want it.
Well, listen, it's, in my opinion, the jersey, the history of it, what goes with it, demands that's a given, and the boys were hurting from last week, so we were playing for them as well, because they never went out there to get that result last week, but it happened, and so it was important this week, both for the jersey, but both for momentum as well, going into the World Cup, to beat a good French team, and we've done that, so it's important now. We've already looked ahead to the next game away against Georgia, which will be a different test for different reasons, and take some momentum from the last two games into the World Cup.
I guess with the team being so changed, does there have any chance of there being a hangover from last week? I guess in the stands people are thinking, oh, here we go again with the 2 early tries. But with so many guys that weren't involved last week, was it just a whole fresh mentality to it?
Oh, well, it's difficult because we're all pulling for the same thing, and we're all one team. Doesn't matter who plays, and we're all in it together. But to be honest, the group that sort of ran together against the guys last week, we trained really well together, and we're sort of taking confidence from that, and we trained well again this week. So I think that was a big positive for us, that when we never started well, we didn't panic, and we clawed our way back into the game.
What sort of things were you saying were the other leaders saying to the players when you were 14-3 down? And obviously there was a perception that might have turned into another result last week.
Yeah, we were giving the boys confidence because we were defending for large parts really well, and then we essentially switched off twice, and they scored 2 tries, one from an intercept, and one was a bit of a turnover, if I remember off the top of my head already. So apart from those 2 things against a dangerous team, they weren't getting any space. We caused them a lot of problems in terms of they dropped a lot of balls in the first half. So we're defending well, and it's just 2 lapses of concentration. So if we can keep teams to as little as 14 points, we'll back our attack to score more than that.
Second half, was that one of the better performances you've seen from the Scotland team, particularly in the way that people were taking the ball forward and making ground?
Yeah, I did. It was real mature in terms of it's Test match rugby, and it's about outscoring opposition. So it was really pleasing to see. We just sort of built slowly into the game. We were still behind at half time, and Finn spoke about our past experience when we were just behind against Ireland at half time, and we thought just because we were coming into the game we were going to win it, and we never won that game. But so today to take that step and be patient in the finish zone and get another score in the second half to get in front was brilliant to see.
Chris Harris try, was that the set piece move, or was that just made up on the spot?
Well, it wasn't made up in the spot. We've been, trying to construct different ways of scoring in that zone, the finish zone as we call it, and that's a big part of it. Or certainly something we work on, not all the time. We don't want to give secrets away, but it's just about being connected, and there the forwards are working really hard, and sometimes the backs need to step up and help them out, and Chris Harris done that. He's a big strong boy and picked a wonderful hole, and he made my job easy. All I had to do was chuck the pass in front of him, and he scored under the post.
Greg, there was a point in the first half when they were getting that offloading game going again, and you managed to stop that quite effectively. And back row were particularly good. What did you was there a specific how did you manage to do that?
Well, I did think the back row played extremely well, and when teams try and start offloading, it's about trying to hit in twos and double tackle and tie the ball up. If teams start slipping the offloads, it's real dangerous, because if you get broken up the middle of the field, it becomes hard then to stop that momentum. So I thought we'd done really well to adjust our defence, stay together, hitting twos. If we slow the ball up, then we can fold down in D and come up off the line again. And so that was the pleasing part. I really believe that our defence pretty much won us the Test match today.
You mentioned Finn's influence, Greg, the comments he was making, and some of his tactical kicking seemed to take a bit of the edge off the French line speed. How much has he grown as a sort of tactician and as in a leadership role?
I thought he was excellent today, and I think you can see he's really grown and maturing, and certainly led the team extremely well from that attacking point of view today, and he really mixed it up, and you can kick to win games, and that was part of the strategy today, and he executed that really well, the way Damien Peno and Alvaretti like to defend high, so there's space in the backfield, and if they leave it there, we've got to take it, and he done that extremely well, and off both feet, and then after that it's a little kick chase.
Nothing more for Greg? Okay, thanks a bit.
He was aggressive in defence, he carried well, made the right decisions when to carry and set up a ruck or whether to try and get behind the defence. Yeah, he was excellent. I just hope his obviously HIA that he failed doesn't mean that he has to miss any more than the minimum time out of the game. So we're really hoping he makes a full and quick recovery.
The other injuries, Gregor, Tommy Seymour and Sam Skinner were two. Was there anyone else, and what's the situation?
No, Tommy failed an HIA too. He got a couple of hits, I think, and the second one was when he started to get symptoms. So he went off the field and failed his HIA. So again, like Blade, we hope the head injuries guys make full recoveries in a quick time. It's on a wider issue. I think it will be something for teams a real challenge for teams to deal with at World Cups. Normally when you get a calf injury, a rib injury, a bruise, a dead leg, you know the timeline for people coming back. With head injuries you don't. There is a minimum time, but as we know, people can be out weeks and months, and we've got to give them that time to come back. So it's always disappointing when we see someone to get injured that may mean that they miss the World Cup. Sam Skinner obviously out the three looks to be more of a serious injury. It was a hamstring injury. He'll get scanned tonight, and we'll know more about him later tonight. So fingers crossed for all the players.
Will there be more precaution taken with Blade, Gregor, just because of the problems he had with concussion?
Yeah. I think you look at the history now. He obviously had one serious head injury in November, and it took a long time for him to come back. And he played 2 games at the end of the season and was trained with us and played his first game with us. So he hasn't had any head injuries since then. But because it was when they kept him out of the training for such a long time, that will be taken into account.
You're up against injuries. How satisfied were you with that performance overall?
Performance-wise, I wouldn't know what to rank it. I felt in the first 20 minutes we were on our game, and that wasn't getting shown on the scoreboard because a couple of times without possession, France scored off on the back of it. But I just felt with the bite in the tackles, the speed of ball that we were getting, we were attacking France. It looked like us out there. It wasn't a perfect performance, clearly not that. But what I was really satisfied was the way we found how the players found a way to win against the scoreboard, against a team that had beaten them comfortably a week ago, against multiple changes in rhythm with a lot of stoppages, and obviously the injuries, having to put John Barclay and Ryan Wilson in the second row near the end, and George Turner at flanker against a very good French side. That French side was stronger than the one we played in Nice last week. So what the players did today was excellent, but we know our performance will have to improve a lot over the next few weeks.
Would you have to rethink any of the people you penciled in for the World Cup spot on the back-to-back performance?
Not yet. That'll be for something to reflect on tonight and tomorrow. But just now we will obviously think about how the players played and getting the win and seeing where our injuries are. But it certainly helps with momentum, fighting and finding a way to win, and then going into a really tough challenge next week.
You're up against massively physical opponents in the next 2 games, and on the back of what you saw today, losing bodies, does that at all influence what you'll do selection-wise or have planned to do?
No, we'll look to pick as strong a possible team either next week or the following week, and that'll depend on how players recover from this weekend. But the goal is to go to Georgia with a strong side, and we'll have to, because going to Georgia is will be one of the toughest challenges that team has faced, just in terms of the context of Georgia wanting to get into the Six Nations, a very good side, playing at home, the travel to get out there, 60,000 or 50,000 people behind them. It's a great challenge, great game for us to go into when we look ahead to Ireland on September 22nd and playing the host nation in Japan in October. So it's a tough game for us, but one that we relish. We know we've got to improve our away record, and we've got a chance to do that next week.
Have those three been ruled out already, even informally? Or?
Well, I think the two head injuries I would think they will not be involved next week, because the risk of not getting through your protocols and getting ready in time when we've got a 6-hour flight on Wednesday. So I don't think they'll be involved, and I'd be confident to say that I don't think Sam Skinner will turn it around within 2 days. We'll have to announce our team to our players on Tuesday, because we fly first thing on Wednesday. So yeah, those three most definitely won't be involved. Most probably, I should say.
Among a big turnaround from last week with the scrum, was that the change of personnel or the change in tactics?
Change of pitch.
Change of pitch.
Yeah, the scrum was competitive at times last week. It just the pitch made it a lottery. But I have to say, I thought the nudge we had in the scrum in the first half was outstanding. Like, one of the best scrummaging props around is Slimani, and I thought we obviously forced free kicks and penalties in the first half. They did change things up with their pack in the second half. They brought heavier players on. We had to have the lighter players, putting back rowers in there. But very good to see VP in his first game of the season. Became a dad for the third time a few weeks ago, and looking young and strong as ever.
Chris Harris, another man who took a chance and did well too.
He did, and there's a lot of things, and I know when I watch the video, Chris will have done really well. It might not have been noticeable at the time. Both him and Peter Horn are hard workers off the ball. Just seeing someone put a tackle in, you probably think, oh, that's good defence, but a lot of the time centres have to sprint 50 yards from one side of the field to the other to make sure that we are not a number down in defence, and I know they did that well today, and it was great to see him call that ball of Greig. Greig was modest there. It was an excellent pass that didn't check Chris, and just allowed the team to get confidence there. Sometimes you go into the opposition 22 in the defence, and it gives away a penalty, or they put so much pressure on you don't always come away with points. So to do that twice, and for Chris to get the try is excellent for him, but very good for the team as well.
Okay, we're just the last one for Sunday, thanks, and we're going to Monday there.
In terms of creating things under their own steam, France never really troubled you. The first try was an interception, the second was counter-attack and a turnover. After what happened last week, how much did the defensive effort for you?
Yeah, it did. We forced, I think, with 15 turnovers. We sent the players at half time through our defence. So tackles that dislodged the ball, putting France's offloading game under pressure. There's risk and reward to that. When it sticks, it is very difficult to defend. But at times when you come up with continual line speed, you'll get an error. So we did that really well. The other side was our line-out defence was excellent. So France did have a couple of line-outs in our 22, and our line-out drive defence was very good. They tried a few innovative plays that got them on the front foot, but the next couple of phases we were able to get in place and slow them down, which wasn't the case last week. When they got on the front foot in the first phase, that led to quick ball and momentum in the next two phases.